Man, let's get into it. Yo, what's poppin'? You know what time it is. Your boy, Mr. J Hill in the building. J Hill Podcast. Super special guest. I mean, this guy has been on all the different platforms. Remember, I was doing a podcast and I was like, I got to stop saying I ain't making it because I'm interviewing everybody that's interviewing with the big names. He one of them. You get what I'm saying? He been on all your favorite podcasts. He be getting a lot of money, giving you niggas game. I mean, shit. Watching this interview, you probably can make a couple dollars just being real. You feel me? I'm going to give you all the game. He going to give you all the game because I don't really know it. Shout out to my guy, Aristotle Investments, right?
What's good? Aristotle Investments.
Yes, sir. I ain't wanted to say Aristotle because he's probably like a lot of people out there named Aristotle. I feel like somebody.
For real?
I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if somebody
I'm the
nickname.
only one I know. You know somebody named Aristotle?
No, but I just wouldn't be surprised if that's somebody, like, that's your real name.
Yeah.
So, like, I just wouldn't be because, like, it was in a Bible, right? Like, it's like, you know, like, it was like a false, like a.
Yeah, he was a Greek philosopher.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like aristocracy, kind of
right.
how a democracy is.
Yeah, I learned that shit in
like
like high school. I think
exactly.
we watched that shit. Yeah, so I just wouldn't be surprised if somebody else's name was, I don't know, some made up shit.
That's actually my middle name though.
Right? No, I know. You gotta like your first say your whole name again. I feel like you said it like 20 times before.
I ain't never said my first name. My first name is Makarios.
You said it, man.
Aristotle Varner Jr. That's my full name.
You said that shit like 5 times, bro. You don't remember?
I probably did, but I didn't think you was watching like that.
Come on, bro. You said I ain't never say my whole name before. You said that shit like that times.
Yeah.
No, I know a little something about you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you from around here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I know a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You was in the military, you started doing the stock shit at what, 19?
Nah, I was 20 years old when I first, like, dabbled into it, but 21 when I took it serious.
When you went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What you like, 25, 26 now?
Yeah.
Damn, man. How is everything going, though, bro? I know, like.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it was recently where I was like, damn, like I would say business, everything been going very, very good. And 2022 wasn't a good year for business for a lot of people. You gotta think, billionaires. Elon Musk lost 100 Bs. Mark Zuckerberg lost billions. Like, I didn't make significantly more than I made last year, but at least I made more than I made last year. So I'm positive this year.
You in the green.
Exactly, and that's what matters to me. Like, as a CEO, is making more than I made last year. Now, granted, it wasn't a huge amount. It was like maybe, a meal or two over what I made last year. But usually I'm doubling every year. I'm so used to that. And this year, I didn't double what I made last year. So, but, every business has a plateau point.
Look at God. Nigga said it was like $1 million or $2 million over than last year. Like, that's crazy. Like,
but when you used to flipping your money, like, I remember in 2017, I made like 100 racks. 2018, 500 racks. 2019, my fault. 2018, 100 racks. 2019, 500 racks. 2020, I made $1 million, right? So I'm so used to doubling. And then after that, I made, it went crazy.
How do you know, or not how do you know, because you know how some people, their business will make $1 million, but they not like worth $1 million.
Right.
At what point in time were you up $1 million?
So I'm talking about like $1 million cash. I would say January 2020. So literally months before the pandemic. And that's what sucks because as soon as the pandemic hit, I was a millionaire and I was dreaming about all these things I'm about to do when I get out of the Army. Like, I've been waiting on this moment for literally 6 years. Like, I got out. My contract was literally to get out May 2020, but I got out 2 months early because I saved up all my leave. And you can use your leave days and add it to your ETS date, which is your last day. So that's how I got out in March 2020. But, like, yeah, man, like, that was terrible. Like, when the pandemic hit, the moment I became a millionaire. But when I say things hindsight, it saved me because I probably would have splurged so much money. It forced me to save my first meal. Because I ain't gonna lie, I would have been out of the country. I would have been doing some fly shit.
I know niggas with money say like $1 million ain't shit, right? That's what
it ain't.
That's a nigga with $1 million can say that easily. You feel me?
Sure.
Nigga ain't never seen that before. I ain't trying to hit half of that shit.
Yeah.
So I just feel like when you say I would have blown through $1 million, outside of buying houses and cars, because I feel like that could make it easy.
Right.
How can you really blow, like, traveling? Like, you can really.
$1 million is very like little. when you sit back and think about it, like I wouldn't have blown it because I'm actually think about it. If I save up to that point, I wasn't gonna do that anyway.
Right.
But it forced me to literally stay home and figure out how to scale it. And I turned that million into 10 million in 2 years.
Before we start talking millions, right? Do you think saving money? Because I got a friend that was in the military, and he's always talking about like paying off his debts and stuff like that.
Right.
And he did that. But do you think being in the military make it a little easier? Because I feel like everybody is not in the military and because military pay for some things, right?
So I was getting paid $900 every 2 weeks for the first 4.5 years of my military career. So I can't really say it was easy. It's only easy if you get married.
Okay.
Because that's when you start making $4K a month. You go from making $1,800 to $4K a month.
That's why so many people in the military get married.
That's why.
Okay.
But like I've been trying to, me and her been talking since we was 18, 19. So it weren't no shit. Like I knew this girl for like 3 years.
Your wife, people that know.
Yeah, my wife. So like it was easier on the income side when that happened. Cause I was making like $1,800 from the Army and I was making $3K a month cutting hair. So I was making more cutting hair than I made in the military. And then that was the first 4 years of my Army career. And then I would say when I got married, it added an extra $3K. And then I was trading too. So then that was like another $5K a month. So out of nowhere, I'm making $12K a month organically just off me. You get what I'm saying? So that turned me up fast. Like that's what turned me up when I was making like $12,000 a month, like just out of nowhere. And it happened like 3 months after we got married. So I got married. And then once that check started rolling in, I started just putting 100% of that. Even the money I was already making off barbering, you know what I'm saying? So half of my military income went to living expenses, and then the other like my barber money and the other half of that check went to the stock market and other stuff like ads, Facebook ads, stuff like that.
So you said half of the other money or all of it?
Well, all of it.
Damn, you was just putting in.
All, like how Nip said, all money in.
Damn.
All money went into the stock market or ads. So it wasn't like I was broke. I was investing everything I had. I put it all on the line every single month.
At what point was the breakthrough though? Because I know you at some point you went to the military because you couldn't go to school or you couldn't afford school.
Right.
And you fell upon the stocks and stuff. At what point was the breakthrough like I gotta go all in? At what moment did you realize I had to go all in every month?
I've been feeling that way, but what made me get up and do it was when my wife got pregnant with my son. So it's like I'm powering up this entire time. Like I'm already saving my money. I already got $10,000 on me. Like I'm not broke, but to me that's broke. Even when I made my first $10,000, I was not satisfied because I was like, I'm 10% away from $100K. But like I tell people, I saw this chart. It was on Acorn. The breakthrough moment was really this. When this chart said you can retire by 65 with $1 million if you invest $100 every week, right? So I said, you telling me. So I'm like, but what if I put in 200? Then can I beat that time? So basically I figured out like, okay, cool. If it's gonna take me $100 a week until I'm 65 years old to retire with $1 million, all I gotta do is figure out how the hell can I keep putting in more than 100, and maybe I can get there by the time I'm 30 something. So I just kept trying to beat the time of my retirement, and that's how I got rich fast, because I worked every single day to beat that time. So that's why I say I was all money in, because I'm thinking like, hold on, if they saying $100, fuck it, I'm putting in 3 stacks. Maybe I can get there by the time I'm 28.
Facts.
Cause that's what it said. I'm 21. It said shit. If you put in 3K at this percent and you stay profitable doing this, you could probably get there in your mid 30s. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to get there by 28. So now I'm putting in 10,000. I'm hustling to literally invest so I can retire fast and get to an M fast.
I just feel like that's definitely dope. It's just I think being in Atlanta, one thing I will say is like, you know, when you're around certain things, you're around people with money, you can see that is
I wasn't
available.
in Atlanta.
Right now, I'm saying like usually like I'm saying it to say I'm around it so I could definitely see how possible it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm just if they would have to say fresh out the boat of like being a broke nigga for real. You know what I'm saying? So I can
Right.
still understand what niggas thinking. Because I feel like it's easy to do that. And I think you had this conversation on Big Facts. Like it's easy to do that when your bills are paid, right? But for the nigga who's struggling to pay that bills, you can't tell this nigga to invest 100% into, you know what I'm saying?
That's the first part. See, before I even went in saving that money, I literally had a breakthrough moment too. I was that same nigga. I was just like every other nigga. Jordans every month. I don't even know what releases now. I haven't known what release for Jordans in the last 3 years. Before that, I could tell you every release, and I'm buying it, and I'm waiting in line to buy it. I don't do that no more. I stopped buying Jordans cold turkey. I stopped playing video games cold turkey. I cut off cable cold turkey. I stopped even eating out. I even stopped going to the club with my homies. I stopped every single thing you could think of that added extra expenses to my life. Because I was only getting paid $900 every 2 weeks. So I'm sitting here like, how the fuck I'm going to get rich if I'm only left with $200, $100? Sometimes I got to wait to the last, like, I got $50 left until I'm like, where the fuck is this $1,800 going? So I broke down my living expenses. I said I have to live as cheap as possible. So this is how cheap I live. I only ate the Army food. So it might be hard, like you said, for another dude, because at least, you know, they gave me, even though I was getting paid $900 every 2 weeks, I had free food to go eat, but I had to be there. You know what I'm saying? So now it's teaching me discipline. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, I got to be there on time because I need to save every single dime. Haircut money, I'm there. No questions asked. I weren't even fucking with no girls. I cut off girls too. I was like, look, I got to go get some money type shit. And then that's how I saved my first 10K. By just me cutting off everything and everybody and saying, fuck the world, I got to take care of my future. Once I saw that chart showing me how I could retire early and seeing how much it'll take for me to retire to get to an M, so I'm racing to an M. So that's why when I made my first 10K, I didn't care about it because that wasn't the goal. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I started learning like to shoot for the stars and then land on the moon. So work towards an M, you'll get to 100K fast. But if you get into 100K, if you saying all I want is 100K, you're gonna make small moves. So I was thinking way too big. That's how you gotta think. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where, like if you tell somebody this shit, they gonna be like, nigga, that's cap, or they gonna try to shoot you down. But I wasn't near anybody to tell that to. You get what I'm saying? Like I started learning like the art of focus on strangers and not the people who know you. When we trying to start a business, we want our homeboy to wear our t-shirt. We want this nigga, and if he don't do it, we offended. We open up a restaurant. We care about the people who pull up. And once I shift my mind to straight strangers and building up my influence and just focus on that, my mindset took off. And then everything took off. It was like a real paradigm shift. But I always tell people, living below your means is first. So to the poor nigga who like, what should I do first? The first thing you got to do is cut all the bullshit off. And he got to cut off his homies who won't allow him to blossom. Like, okay, if me and you buddies, right, there's an energy between me and you. Meaning, if I want to persevere and I want to become something better, and me and you always around each other, when you get lazy, that's going to force me to be lazy. If I say, damn, I want to go read a book, but then you like, hey, bro, let's go play 2K. I'm like, well, shit, bro, I want to read. Nigga, one more game.
Right, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So now you forcing me to not do what I want to do. And I learned that no matter what, it's almost unavoidable. So you got to separate yourself from these niggas for a little bit to get yourself right. Because if not, you just going to keep falling into that trap of influencing by them.
It's crazy because, like, it's easier. This might sound crazy. It's easier to do that at a younger age because the older you get, the more stuck in your ways you become.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, if you have they say what? A habit is it's like hard to break, but it's easy to make or easy to create, some shit like that. So I feel like as time go on and you get older, you get more stuck in your ways, right? But like when you young, that's when like niggas wasn't focused on a lot of the bullshit. Like it was, I know, shit, I didn't start drinking until I was like 21, but it was easy for me not to drink because like, bro, I play football, like, I don't want to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say, it definitely take a special type of person to be able to do that though, right? To cut off their friends, to be dedicated, to be determined, to cut out all of the unnecessary bullshit that they spending money on.
But everything happens for a reason, bro. Cause it's like I never lived in one environment for more than 3 years. So it's easy for me to make new friends. I don't have attachment issues with people because we never live anywhere for an extended period of time. My mom always moved. Like I went to
your pops was in the military, right?
Stepfather.
Yeah,
He didn't join until I was in high school though. He didn't join until I was in 11th grade, going to Creekside High School. So that was a shocker to me. Like out of nowhere, they go from working AT&T buildings downtown, that big ass tall building downtown, AT&T, to this man joining the military, from going 60K to 30K salary. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I was a junior in high school when that happened. But my mom quit her job when I was 14 years old. So I already came in with the mindset that I got to make some of myself since I was 14. Because my mom quit her job. So my dad got 7 kids. So it's like I don't got his income. I don't have my mom's income. So it's almost like when people see my situation, they like, oh, he's well off, but the whole time I don't have anything.
You had to work for that though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think, and what I'm saying is, I think it still was something in you though. Like it still was like it was something that resonated in your mind at a young age.
Right. You can pass that. You can call Jeff.
You could it was something in your mind that resonated at a young age that probably don't click with a lot of people that young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm really trying to cause I can relate to you. Like I feel you. You feel me?
I
but
get
I feel
what
like
you're
the everyday nigga ain't really like that. But sometimes you gotta be accepted. Like every nigga just ain't
Nah,
built like
I
that.
used to think like that too. Like I used to think anyone could do it until I moved back to Atlanta. It was, and that's no offense. It's just like you said. I started learning that laziness can be a taught trait. Meaning, like I said, we pinging energy off each other. See, if your mother was hardworking, your father was hardworking, your brother was hardworking, you gonna be hardworking. You get what I'm saying? But if you got a house full of lazy motherfuckers, which most people do,
It's easy to be
they
lazy.
parents get off work, watch TV. You get what I'm saying? So guess what we train to do? 9 to 5, TV. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like, and I could be honest, like it was like I had good work ethic. When I got off work from the Army, I had to work a 12-hour shift. As soon as I get off, I'm cutting hair. You get what I'm saying? So that's what attracted me to my wife, because that was the only person I was pinging energy off of when I was hustling. So I was hustling before that, but like I said the second half of my hustle, that's when I start rocking with her. You know what I'm saying? So it was because she got her schoolwork done. What happened was, it's funny because we dated by working hard. Like I would get all my haircuts done from Monday through Friday, and she would get all her schoolwork and homework done from Monday through Friday. And I would only see her on the weekends, because you know she live in Savannah, I live in on base, so it was a 30-minute drive. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just see you every weekend. I just drive up there, tell you shit. God damn it. Hold up. Hey, you can yeah, hey, talk to Asia, bro. I'm doing an interview. Yeah. Let me see that. You go get him. You can have Asia go get Jeff. Yeah, we probably have to chop that part out.
No, that's cool.
All right, cool. Yeah, I put it on silent here. Let me give you both of my phones. Let's continue this good convo.
You was finishing. You was saying, shit. What did you left off saying? Y'all met. Y'all was working. Yeah. Y'all was meeting every weekend.
Yeah, so I was meeting my wife every weekend. So what that did was, like, that was already giving me like a strong work ethic. because I knew as soon as I get out, I gotta figure out how can I crunch in all these heads. So even for lunch, I'm cutting hair during lunch. I'm cutting hair like all weekend. I'm trying to finish all my heads from Monday through Friday. So I go kick it with her. She doing her schoolwork. She go kick it with me. So it was easy for us when we got together to work together. You get what I'm saying? Like incorporate her in her business because I already seen how hard she was working just so we could spend time.
So let me ask you this. Because we're going to get to everything for real, so this might be a little, I hope y'all got some time, man.
Yeah, we got some time.
But do we try to help the ones that don't have it up here, or is it a thing where as though they're not mentally ready yet and we only talk to the ones who are mentally prepared to put in the work but just don't know how to?
To be honest, bro, I used to ask that same thing.
Cause I'm a little like I got a heart, man. I be feeling bad. I be want to help everybody.
It's called survivor's guilt.
Yeah, survivor's remorse.
You have survivor's guilt. I had survivor's guilt, where we feel like because we've climbed out of the mental trap and the financial trap, we feel like everyone could do it. We can save everybody, but the truth is, bro, only the people who want it are going to get it. And in life, there's going to be people who fall short. Like, somebody got to flip them burgers or McDonald's won't exist.
That's a fact. Somebody
got to sit behind that cash register. Somebody got to be on call if something catch on fire. There's roles and system in this world where that people got to feel. Not saying you stupid if you do all those things. I'm just saying, like, there's something that someone has to do. There has to be a trash man. There has to be teachers. There has to be this. You get what I'm saying? So that's what the school system is designed to do. People want to know why they're not teaching us how to get rich. It's because who the hell is going to do society's roles if we're teaching these kids entrepreneurship? You get what I'm saying? But now it's getting to a point where entrepreneurs are hiring people, so it's helping the economy still. But I tell people, we're trained to be people of society, you know? And once you learn that, you'll know that you're now in the matrix. Your mind is in the matrix. These young dudes don't realize you're mentally programmed to think that way. Like the Democrats, the Democratic Party, you see the language they're speaking. Now that I'm rich, now that I'm mentally free, I see what they're doing. You see what they're doing, right? We're going to get you free healthcare, free this, free that. What they're trying to do is keep those people from thinking for themselves. That's what paychecks are for too. If I can give you a monthly paycheck, that's going to entice you not to want to do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? So once you realize you're in some type of matrix, and you're mentally programmed to think that way, you're going to start trying to get out of it. But it takes them to know that. They don't know it.
Fact. It's definitely a mental. I would be ignorant to ignore the mental cycle, but it's also like people aren't like us, though. Like, people are scared to take those risks. So if I give you a paycheck, it's some sense of security there, right? So it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about, because having to worry about where the next dollar is coming from is scary. Right, and I could have this conversation because, like, again, I was just over there, but I was gonna talk to you about this, like, cause you was doing tech before, right?
Yeah,
you was doing tech, and you was about to get your clearance and shit.
Yeah,
right. I think for me, when I had that breakthrough was, like you said, it's about the people you hang around. Like my friend, my really close friend, my best friend, like my brother. Well, my brother for real. He did tech, and he got into some shit, and I'll be just transparent. He got into some shit called Scrum or whatever, and like they was making like 6 figures and shit like that. And me, I ain't really know nothing about that shit for real. So like I never forget, it was like you had to take a class, but like to get your what is it called? To get the certification. Yeah, get certification. Yeah. But the class they was charging niggas like $2,500. Mind you, I'm just getting by. Like, I'm not trying to spend no $2,500. Never forget, I spent that $2,500, but the best thing I ever did, because I was able to get a job that was making over $100K, and then I understood that, damn, niggas is doing remote jobs. I can get another one, and I could double up. You feel me? I probably shouldn't be talking about them because I still got that job, but I say that to say I feel like that circle of people is super important. But because if you don't have that circle of people, they aren't able to, and it's not even about persuading you, right? you aren't able to see that it exists, right? I see people like you. I'm interviewing people like you. Niggas is showing me their phone, millions of dollars. I'm like, damn, I can get $1 million. But it's niggas that ain't going to, that's niggas in the hood that ain't never see a nigga with $1 million. So they ain't trying to hear what the fuck a nigga gotta say. Especially a nigga like me. I'm on camera. They think it's like they think it's all made out when niggas don't understand. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that circle is
seeing is believing. You know, because I say that to say I knew a dude who had some money before I had some money. So I noticed there's parallels with people who become rich. They always know somebody that got their foot in the door. You just gotta know. People don't realize you one person away.
Facts.
From, and even if it's just like for instance, the dude I was rocking with, he was working in DC. He's working at the White House, real influential dude, and he had paper. You get what I'm saying? And when I was young, I was enticed by that, cause I'm like, we on Instagram. This man traveling. This is in 2014. This man in Bora Bora, Singapore, everywhere, like wherever, all the islands, taking trips. He in London. He here. He there. Before everybody was doing this, dude had all the J's, all the this and that. So that's who I'm inspired by. I'm not inspired by rappers because I never seen nothing in real life before. I never seen them make it without a label paying for it. I knew how that worked at that age. So I'm like, I'm looking for people who know how to survive without directly knowing the plug. You get what I mean? So you the first person I seen do that. And that inspired me. And I was like, I got to become an entrepreneur no matter what. The goal, believe it or not, was always to be an entrepreneur or a business owner. Since day one, I came in the military knowing I was going to start a business. That's why I started the barber thing. And then I was like, but I knew I was going to start a tech business. Some way, somehow, I was going to make money online by selling to a lot of people. I was selling on eBay when I was 17. So there's parallels to everything I do. I've been working since I was 9 years old. I always had a side hustle. I was knocking on people's doors, taking out trash. I was walking this kid home for $10 a week. So I was making $30 a week since I was 9.
That's hard. I ain't never think about walking nobody home. I used to cut niggas'
It was for
grass
protection because I was living in the hood at the time.
Shit.
So she had the boy had to be in like 5. He had to be in a kindergarten or 6, something like that. He was real small. I was 10 years old. But she was like, because you good in the hood, you walk my son home every week. Because I know you going to make it home. And you a badass kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was like a good one. I was always kind of that way on the fence. Like, weren't nobody going to try me, but I wasn't into no trouble. But all the street dudes love me.
I'm going to definitely get into the game. Niggas going to have to wait for that because you give a lot of game out for real. So hopefully you get a game out on this platform too. But niggas going to have to wait for that. I just want to pick your brain. Just curious. Being so young and having so much money, right? I would probably have to ask your wife this. What are some things that like that's hard for you to understand? That's hard to penetrate your brain? Because I feel like being so young, having a lot of money, nigga can't tell a nigga like that shit. What are some things that like you still struggle with to this day that like niggas say that's something you hard-headed about? I might have to ask your
that's
friends.
A great question.
Like,
I'm gonna say.
Being 26 and making all these millions, like, you can't tell it. You probably can't tell that nigga shit.
Nah, nigga really can't tell me shit. That's I would say. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like, I don't give that too much thought. Like, if you give that, because when you get money, there's going to be people who want to tell you what to do with your money. But when you put things into perspective, you like, okay, you got a lot of advice. But why don't you go apply it? You get what I'm saying?
So like all rich niggas, you see Kanye West on there like, but I'm a billionaire. What the fuck you got? Like, that's crazy.
So it's like, I had to tell somebody that in my family though one time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be completely transparent. I was like, man, look, you got nephews who ain't got no money. This man over here like dropped out of, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. These folks ain't getting no money. Why is everybody spending time trying to tell me what I'm doing wrong and I'm up 10 M's? This person hasn't made a 10,000 yet. Y'all need to go give all that advice and channel all energy on him. Cause y'all wasting time. You get what I'm saying? I figured this out on my own. I'm out of there. There's nothing you could tell me. I could see if you invested some money into my campaign. I could see if you paying my house note. Like, I listen to advice from people. I do. Like, if someone tell me, hey, that ain't it, I'ma listen. Like, I'm not stubborn like that. Like, I definitely listen to my wife's opinion. You get what I'm saying? I want her to tell me it ain't it. Or if an idea ain't it. I like criticism. And that's how I was able to make this much money, because I don't like the yes man thing. I want like general opinions. And like, I call, but I only talk to like 3 people. And all 3 people you seen me talk to just now. The dude who was calling my phone, him, and my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk to them about what I'm doing in the business. It don't leave that.
See, I'm thinking about more so on like the betterment of like being a man, right? Because I feel like when you, again, because they always say like money ain't everything, but that's easy to say when a nigga got money, or like, I just feel like me, I'm gonna be a millionaire for sure. You get what I'm saying? But me not being that, I can see how ignorant I could be towards just making a lot of money, because I ain't get it yet. You feel me? Like, a nigga could always say what he gonna do when he in a position, but he ain't in that position. You feel me? It's always easy to say what you would do, what you woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Right.
But I feel like what are some things that like that you challenge yourself with about just manhood, it's just life. You get what I'm saying? Like, outside of the money.
Balance. That's one of the hardest things to find in any stage of your life. I don't care if you 60, 40, 50, balance between making sure I give my wife enough time, my kids enough time, my business enough time, me enough time. You know what I'm saying? Doing the things I like to do. Making sure I have time to do everything in life. That's what it is about, finding that perfect balance, making sure I'm not focused too much on business, because that's going to hurt me. If I spend too much time with my wife, it's going to hurt the business. Spend too much time with my kids and just try to be a second mom to my kids, it's going to hurt the business. You get what I'm saying? So learning that too as a man, I used to struggle with that. Like, damn, like, am I supposed to be right here changing every diaper, trying to be a second mom to the kids? And then I spoke to an OG, he let me know, like, men never did that. We go out and get it, and we, you know what I'm saying, we protect, we provide and protect. You shouldn't feel guilty for putting what you can into the business. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that you would feel guilty about. And you know, most business owners feel guilty about that. Is the you know, like a middle class broke nigga got all time in the day to spend with his goddamn kids. You feel me? Like, but it's like with us, it's like 2 hours a day type thing. And even that, but it's something. You get what I mean?
I think that's the beauty in having like a good woman by your side too, though.
Make
right?
sure she hold it down, yeah.
I think they the ones, because like I've been with my girl for like 5 years now, almost 5 years. She was the one that taught me balance, right? She was the one that taught me like enjoy the fruits of my labor, enjoy the small wins and things like that. Because at first, before I met her, I was always on the go. Like, I'm always working. Like,
Never
I don't
be
got time.
100% in anything, bro. I had to learn that. I can't even be 100% in my business. I got to go 90. Because if I give it 100, if you give 100% to anything, it's gon' fuck up something. You always got to get everything about a 90. You got to say something for yourself in everything you do, and that's some of the biggest lessons I learned.
How important is it to choose the right woman for what you got going on in your life as a man?
Very, very important, because, like, even today I was talking to a young dude about that. Like, for instance, my wife right now is working on my Black Friday stuff while I'm doing this interview. She behind the camera working on that. I told dude, this is how important it is. If, let's just say me and you doing a business together, or let's just say I hire you, you're only going to work the time you're paid to do.
Then you barely gonna work that shit.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Then you gotta take 2 hours off that, because the nigga slow to get in and quick to leave.
Out.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So it's like, you know, like, you might well take whatever that is minus the 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you got a girl next to you, for one, you ain't gotta pay her the money, stay in house. For two, time. We're working at 12 o'clock at night versus your time is up. So we're spending more time on a business. So it's easier for me to get ahead of my comp because I don't have to go and talk to the CPA. She's talking to the CPA while I'm still making content. I don't have to go and drive to the tag office to get my tags. We got people to go do that. She gonna facilitate those plays, those everyday plays. You literally gotta crunch down as much time. That's what a woman should do for her man if he got a business. Literally buy as much time. He needs as much time as he can to spend on his business.
So that's what a woman should do for a man that got a business, right? What about those women who would say, "What about me?" Right? What those women that would be like, "But I gotta work too. I gotta do this as well."
They ain't for me. I like women to, but that's just for different people. My mom always told me successful women will have to suffer in their relationship, and she's right. Like, I ain't saying women don't go out and be successful, but if you ain't building with a man, then when you become successful, you get what I'm saying? Unless he more successful than you, why do you think Beyonce is with Jay-Z and is working? If this was some dude, if he was Lil Flip, she would have been cut Buddy off because she's outgrowing him. You get what I mean? So women don't like when they outgrow men, but men can outgrow women and be fine. You get what I'm saying? A woman, a girl, money is not a requirement for you, is it? For a girl to have out the gate.
For sure, hell no. That's probably the last thing I'm thinking about.
We not thinking about that.
Yeah,
They thinking about that. That's a requirement for them. Security. So I'm going based on how I'm naturally wired as a man. I'm not going by what society is. I want a girl who can survive on her own still. My wife has a college degree, all of that. But I'm not saying, but I feel like people need to build together. Even if she's a real estate agent, you're tech, cool. If y'all don't work on something together, whether it's building a real estate portfolio, you know what I'm saying? It don't always have to be business. It could be we're investing into these homes, our Airbnb portfolio, our empire. You have to build some type of financial empire, and she has to be somewhat a part of your system in order for it to work. But what happens is people come together based on we're nice to each other. We're having a good conversation, and we're attracted to each other. That's it. Until they get to the point of, okay, where are we going? And where do you want to go in life? And where do I want to go in life? And usually and that's what separates the couples every time. It's that.
And especially those hard conversations. I feel like a lot of times I was watching Joe Budden podcast, and they was just talking about how, like, a lot of times you go on 4 dates and now y'all together, right? Like, y'all skip so many steps, and, like, let's not even drag the friendship aspect of it, because we always say you got to be friends first. But let's fast forward a little bit. A lot of times things can work, but people don't even have those hard conversations, right? Like, I was talking to a guy, Kyrie Tyrell, shout out to him. He was like, bro, like, having those hard conversations, like, yo, what happens if I lose my job and you got to take care of the bills? What happened if X, Y, and Z? How does that look then? Because what happens is once you get there, you're not prepared for that, and then now with so much tension in the house. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of those.
Yeah, like, it's like they building separate. Like, okay, let's just say you get with a girl. Okay, y'all splitting the bills. Y'all not putting nothing together. Y'all not even putting nothing together. Like, y'all not building any type of anything together. What brings people together is building something together. I always tell dudes to do this one thing. If you want to test what type of girl you got, do a 1,000-piece puzzle with her. If she quits, she ain't the girl for you. You get what I'm saying? Because you want to see what type of girl do I have. Is she going to get the job done? You get what I'm saying? Is she going to motivate me to finish this puzzle? Are we going to look for, it's going to be certain times. I just challenge you, brother. Go do a puzzle with your girl. It's one of the most intimate things you could ever do. Mentally. See, a lot of dudes lost the mental attraction for women. They no longer care about the mental because they're so blinded by the physical because that's what society has embedded into their heads. But me, I'm sexually attracted mentally to women. Like, can we get tasks done together? Can we figure out something, an aha moment? There's so many times we've cracked the codes on certain shit. I'm talking about shit that's not possible.
And that shit
be
is sexy
possible.
though. Like that shit is
So
hard.
sexy.
Like,
You get what I'm saying?
damn,
Like,
yeah,
damn, we just fucking made $100K and we spent 48 hours trying to figure this out. Like, we done did shit like that.
So let me ask you this. Speaking of these hard conversations, right? When it comes to like marriage, I think I just seen a producer. He was married to somebody for a long time. They broke up, and I guess she ain't signed a prenup, and he wasn't giving her nothing, right? So I was trying to have a conversation with my girl about prenup. She's like, I'm not signing no prenup. And I'm like, honestly, me personally, I feel like a prenup could be in favor for the woman, right? I feel like it could be like, cause me, I ain't no shiesty ass nigga. So if I do a prenup, like it's going to be some percentage to you, some percentage to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just not about to be all of it unless you put in. If you put in 50% of the work, we could do 50-50. I'm curious to know from your perspective, how do you handle those conversations, or is that a conversation that even come up?
We weren't focused on money when we got married. Like, that shit weren't even about that.
But that's one of them hard conversations, and that's what I'm saying. That's one of them hard conversations.
Like, so that means technically she's half owner of my business. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, that's the conversation we have. Hey, this is, if we literally stop being together tomorrow, you get half of this shit. So guess what? You got to do half the work. That's the real conversation. That means that's really what y'all need to be having. Like, okay, there's no prenup involved. That means you got to pull in half. I got to pull in half. This is your business too. It's a part of your legacy. So regardless of anything, help me run this shit up to 100 M's and you get 50.
That's some real
shit.
shit.
You feel me?
That's some real shit.
That's some real shit.
I just feel like, because we see so many situations where like a nigga break up with a shorty, or they get a divorce.
I don't care about taking that half shit because we real hustlers.
Not facts.
So all I need is, I can literally take 10,000 and go turn it to an M. So giving me half of 100 M's, okay. Give me half of 10, I got 5. See, that's for niggas who don't got a plan. I'm a real hustler. A real one. You get what I'm saying? This ain't no one-time thing. I'm going to figure this shit out regardless.
All right, bet. Where we at, Kyron? What time we at, man? What's the time stamp? All right, let's get into this money shit, man.
Let's get it.
Nigga, you said 10 bands, right? I think one time you something like 80-20, right? You put up 80% of what you trying to invest, and you put in 20, right? Let's start from the beginning. We talk about, because mind you, I don't know nothing. Just let's paint the picture. I don't know nothing about stocks, right? First of all, before we get into it, let me ask you a question. You got ebooks. You do a lot of giving game online. How do you draw the line between how much game you get and what you're giving off online, but still trying to make money selling ebooks? Is it the same thing? Is it something different in the ebooks that you're not giving, or is it?
I was blessed to be in a world with too much information. So let me give you an example. There's only so much you can talk about Toro because it doesn't change. The stock market changes every single day. So it gives this unstoppable amount of unpredictability. Because it'll always be unpredictable, people will need to pay me. No matter how much game I give you. You're going to need to see me do it. And you're going to want to be a part of my community. Because it's hard to watch the stock market by yourself. So you're going to be trying to trade by yourself, and then you're going to see us make money, and then you're going to be like, well, what did I miss today? So the community of trading is also the benefit that people like. Like, there are people in my chat who make a lot of money, but we enjoy it. People don't like to be alone on the journey of getting money. So it's the community aspect of it too. And then I can literally go on for an hour on one topic, but there's like fucking 20 more in the stock market. And then the stock market is changing every second. Every second is history. Do you know that?
Mm.
Just imagine that every second that goes by in the stock market is a new piece of history.
Mm.
Is a new piece of data. Is a new piece of everything. So that's what makes I was just blessed to choose a niche that's so vast to where if there's 20 things, let's just say it's 1 through 20, I can give you 3 and sell you 17, the rest of the 17.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I can give you 10 of that 20 and sell you the other half of the 20.
Bro, let's get my people like 15, bro. Come on, man. Just look out for me, dog. Come on, man.
Right. So it's like I can give 3 from 1 to 20. I can get 3 on this podcast. And that still won't be enough.
Let's give him 15. Let's give him 15, bro. Just look out for him. You know what I'm saying? Every time he makes
I
money.
mean, whatever the thing is, they will have to see it visually on the chart. But the first thing I want to say is if you're interested in getting into the stock market, like getting started, I'm going to give y'all the true game. The stock market is for people with assets capital. So if I tell people what I did was I live off of my Army income and I invested my barber money.
Mm-hmm.
So whether I win, lose, or draw, that's money. I already got my expenses taken care of.
Right, it's extra bread. Well, it's
so
not
this
extra bread,
isn't something you should use to climb from poverty. This is something usually people who already have some change.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? Like most people who invest with me already were, you know what I'm saying, those type of people. So that's why only getting money people follow me.
Let me ask you this then before we get into the game, because I got questions. Before we get into the game, let's say for the nigga, the lazy nigga, right? But he got the bread.
Mm-hmm.
Do you offer a service where somebody can just pay you to invest their money? Like when you do your day trade and stuff like that, like y'all got 10 bands, I'll pay you to do it.
So, but it's indirectly, because if you give a man a fish, he'll only eat for that day. But if you teach a man how to fish, he'll eat forever. So
what if he don't want to be taught? What if he's just like, yo, just do it for me, I'll pay you to do it? Would you do that or not?
There are people who offer like certain things like that, but like it's very inaccurate.
Mm.
It's like hedge funds lose so much money. You know how many people give people money and they lose it? Like that just, and then it's too stressful on let's just say I lose your money. Let's just say you give me $100K and I lose that.
You gotta deal with this motherfucker, deal with that motherfucker.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like you gonna put trouble on yourself trying to do that, trying to step into something. You actually gotta go to the stock market and actually go and learn. So I know how to manage, tens of $1,000s a day. I don't know how to manage millions. You get what I'm saying? Now, granted, I manage my millions, but I'm managing portions of those millions. So yes, I have a millions of dollars in the stock market. So I am managing millions technically, but those are my millions. You get what I mean?
All right, so let's get into it, man. Kyron, where we at? I just want to make sure I make a mark of that so I can tell people where to go. 48. All right, bet. So first thing we would say for the stock market, right? I just want to say get some extra income, right? So if you a nigga that got a job and you struggling right now, let's say go learn how to cut hair, right?
Yes.
Or shit, pay $2,500. I don't know how much it costs now. Get you a little scrum job on the side, whatever, right?
Right.
Get something so you can make extra money outside of paying bills. Step one.
That's
right?
step one.
All right. Once we get there, we want to be able to. I think you said want to understand
education.
Education. I think
so getting some money, it's called cash flow. So no business can survive without cash flow.
Okay.
So how can you survive without cash flow? My cash flow is barber money. I got this $3K coming in to invest in. Win, lose, or draw, it's still gonna come in. So even if I lose that entire $3K, another one coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Cash flow is important.
Okay.
Get cash flow. Second, education.
And I think you was saying the first part about education is the fundamentals, right? Like 4 steps or something like that, right? I think.
Yes. Risk management.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally managing your money. So you have to learn that. That's number one when you step into the stock market. If you want to be a profitable trader, risk management. For one, you got to learn the fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
So fundamental is study of a company's profitability and their data. So the insides of their earnings. Where is the money going? How much are they winning or losing? Are they net profitable? So a lot of times you'll be investing in companies that you didn't even check to see if they were profitable. You just worried about the share price. That's where fundamentals come in. Like Snapchat isn't a profitable company.
Right.
But did you know that?
I knew that because I did my research on you. So like, it's a
Okay.
website like you go to, you can find out green, red. You see what companies are profitable. I think you said Square
Square, if I
was
did
one
the
of them.
last, I know PayPal is profitable. I gotta
Yeah.
see if Square is all the way profitable.
No, you did some.
That
I
could
know
be
because I did some
questionable.
research for
Yeah.
you, right? But I don't think it was a fundamental. I think you said the first thing was maybe the foundation. You teach the foundation. I think it was something like what was it? Super resistance,
Support and
candlesticks.
resistance, candlesticks.
It was like 4 things, right? That's
Yeah. So like you gotta learn the foundation, which is that's the trading part. That's called technicals.
okay.
So technicals is the study of price charts. Your candlesticks, your support and resistance, all that lines and fancy stuff. That's what we use to make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So all you got to know is the right setups.
Mm-hmm.
So I make it easy for people. I call them second is the high probability setups. So risk management is first, managing your money. That's important. It's the most important. You would think it's the setups. Setups is the second most important.
So managing money. Let's be slow for the people that don't know. Get a pen and a pad right now, right? So managing your money.
You want me to elaborate more on that?
Yeah.
So if you got $2,500, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say, and I hold up my hand, every finger is worth $500, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say I'm using risk management. I got a $2,500 account. Okay, you already said something about $2,500, so it's perfect. Let's say they wanted to invest that $2,500 after gaining the knowledge and they have cash flow, right? To replace that $2,500 just in case they lose it. Cool. I'm going to use $500, right? So I'm investing $500. All I want is 20% off of that. That's $100. Cool. I got $2,000 left to invest of my money. I already leveraged $500. You can only play with what you put in. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got $25K. That's when they let you day trade unlimited. But before $25K, you can only play with what you put in. So $500, I make $100. I use another $500. I make another $100 off that. That's $200. So you got to think. All I did was invest $1,000. Got $200, and then what I got $1,500 left to leverage. But I already made more than my 9 to 5 would pay me. If they paying me $10 an hour and I work 8, that's $80. I just made $200 leveraging $1,000 because I remember you got to pimp your money. Most people think you're supposed to flip. Some people will say, well, that's nothing. So what you telling me is you would much rather work 8 hours for $80 than work an hour for $200 and leverage 1,000, 20%. People look at those percentages and say, well, why didn't you just go get 100? Try getting 100 every single day and watch how you lose. You want to pimp your money.
So
Put it out there, bring something back.
Let's go back then. So what do we need to know before we even get to that? Because you said we got to have that education, right? What do I need to know if I don't know nothing, right? If I had to go to if you gave me your ebook game right now for my people, if you could, right? What's the first thing? Like you said, we need the education first. What do I need to know? What's the first thing I need to know?
Fundamentals.
Fundamentals. All right, what's that?
How to know if a company is profitable.
And how we do that? The websites, you know, all of that.
Yahoo Finance, you can check the financials.
Let's paint a picture.
Okay, let's paint a picture.
I download the app.
If I'm on, you have to go on the website. If I'm on Yahoo Finance,
Okay.
I would type in Snap. I would go to a tab that says financials. Then I would go and see on their balance sheet whether they are net profitable. So you would scroll down to see net profitable and to see are they net profitable this quarter and this year. So I'm looking at the quarters and the years. Are you profitable quarter to quarter? Because every company has to report their earnings every quarter. So you're going to see every quarter whether a company is profitable, right? So that's first and foremost. Knowing that you're investing in a profitable company in the first place is important. That's for long-term investing. Now with trading, it's mainly about technicals. So long-term investing is about, so if you were to buy shares, you're going to be using fundamentals. Long-term, meaning holding forever. if you're trying to day trade, which means pimp the stocks, you're going to need charts because you're trying to capitalize off the quick hits. So that's why you need the candlesticks.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need support and resistance. Support is your floor, resistance is your ceiling. So support is your floor, resistance is your ceiling. We like to buy stocks when the price shoots above resistance. We like to buy calls, which means betting on the stock to go up. And we like to buy puts if the price breaks support, meaning we're betting on it to go down now. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like let's just say we're on the third floor, right? If I shoot bullets up and that bullet breaks through the ceiling, it broke resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's strong enough to keep going. You get what I'm saying? So that means volume. The speed of the bullet would be our volume. You get what I'm saying? So if that bullet has enough volume to break this ceiling, I'm going to buy. But if that bullet has weak volume, means weak speed of the bullet, then it's probably going to bounce from the ceiling, bounce down.
And how do you see that when you're looking at the charts?
So volume would be at the bottom of the chart. So volume is what I use to determine whether that support that resistance or support break was valid. So if it breaks support with rising volume, high volume, it gives me an indicator that it can go down more. If it breaks resistance with rising volume, then it gives me an indicator that it can keep going. If it breaks resistance with weak volume, then, like I said, the bullet might bounce. It might bounce. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, fall from it.
So you will bet on the put? Is that what
I would buy puts.
You buy puts. And the volume, is it saying that on the chart as well? Is it saying
the bar? So every candle. So if this is a new candlestick, there will be a corresponding volume right under it, like literally. So
what's the colors? Because I know it's a lot
so
of
if
colors.
it's a green candlestick, it'll have a corresponding green volume bar under it, right? So what you're looking for is to match those and to judge the volume. But that's just one strategy. You get what I'm saying, that I like to use is breaks of resistance or support, key levels of resistance or support with volume. Volume is one of that could be your bread and butter. And then retest we like to do. So let's just say it breaks, the candlesticks start to break resistance. And then after it breaks resistance, that resistance now becomes support. See what I'm saying? So after it broke that resistance line, you keep that line there. It breaks. We like to buy when it comes and retest that same level it broke. And then we buy calls from there.
So all this is real time. So like if I go in there right now and I'm like, okay, I just want to watch to see if it breaks, right?
Yeah.
I could see this and I could buy it. How long do I stay in?
But that's where I come in. You get what I'm saying? That's where I come and guide you. So that's when I brought in the live trading, because people were complaining like, hey, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that. But I need to see somebody do this. But I can't be right next to you. So I said, cool, I'm going to run a Zoom, and I'm going to show you my charts. So I show you me entering the play. I show you me scouting out where I'm going to even enter the play at, too. I show everything.
And you got to be, I know you got to, like, with the day trading, is a certain time, like 9 to 11:30, something like that?
Eastern time.
So if I'm doing that, or let's say I want to watch you do it, how much would that cost?
$200 a month.
A month, and you do it every day?
Yes.
Wait, so
you're going to make your money back either the first day or in 2 days.
So why don't, if you could assume, why don't people get this? I'm curious. I'm trying to read some bit different people. I'm trying to help some people right now. You know what I'm saying? Like why wouldn't I, like, for the naysayers? Not, of course you see all the positive things like that, but for the people that naysay some things.
Risk management is going to kill the person. I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
$200?
No.
Oh, talk to me.
Even if I give you everything, if you lack poor risk management, that $2,500, if you invest, I told you to invest $500 at a time, right? There's gonna be that one guy who invests 2,000 of that
because they want to be greedy.
You get what I'm saying? So imagine he has poor risk management every trade, meaning his account size is $2,500, but he keeps investing $1,500, $2,000. You get what I'm saying? That's what's going to kill people. It's just that. That's why. Why do you think I said it's first? Because you might think, man, that shit is so simple. You're naturally going to get greedy.
It's kind of like gambling almost, right?
Because you're going to make money.
Right.
That's the
okay,
point.
Okay.
So when you get your first taste of that money, it's a high that everybody gets. When you make your first 1,000, you going to be so high. And you're going to be so joyful. And you're going to be like, tomorrow I'm making 3. That day. I'm serious.
And
that's what
where
happens.
you go wrong.
That's where people go wrong.
But if I can make, I don't know, $200 a day.
A day. It's 250 trading days in a year. $100 a day is a 25K salary. But what happens is somebody gonna have 25K and put in 10,000, knowing that if you had a 25K account, you should probably be risking 2,500 every trade, 10% of your account. You get what I'm saying? That's why I said risk management is first, not last, not second, not third, not fourth. It's the first thing you gotta master to win in this game. Because of that, once you get the knowledge, because that's what's gonna happen. When you fuck with me, I'm gonna give you all the knowledge. I'll be the first person you'll ever meet to give you what you need to succeed.
Okay, so it costs $200 a month.
Yes.
Fuck with you, right? How much should I have coming to the table? 2,500 or
That's a great start.
2,500? Damn. Okay. So go find go become a barber or some shit, make it 2,500, you know what I'm saying? We'll make 2,700 and give you the $200. Then we gonna come and make
Well, what I got is this program. It starts with 550, where I give them the whole game, teach you from start to finish. Then while you're learning, you get to watch me live trade. So while you're learning, you're seeing me apply what you've learned. And then so after that 550, it's $200 a month.
Okay, so $750.
That's how much it costs to be successful and get down with me. If you want the whole package quickly, that's the quickest way to get into this. Is that
$750? Damn, and you seen how people make millions off of $750?
Thousands and millions, yes.
Like how much?
Hundreds of thousands, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000. That's like the average.
And of course, how much? How long?
In a year to month span.
And that's
Depends.
trading every single day?
Some people making $1,000 a day. There's people making $100 a day. I literally have so many members. I have about 7K members. So there's going to be, I got 1,000 of them making $100 a day, 1,000 of them making $200 a day, 1,000 of them making $5,000 a day.
What differentiate the two? Like from being a really good trader making $1,000 a day versus being average making $100 a day?
So I got real studies on this shit. I one of the few people who got real life data points on this shit. I just told you, most successful traders had great financial backing prior to trading. I didn't shy away from that. I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend like I've heard of some nigga who came from the ghetto. You get what I'm saying? Like, if he did, he was the best trapper. Like, I got trappers in my damn, you know what I'm saying? In my chat. I got real drug dealers, real street niggas in my chat. You feel me? Turn that street money in it. You know what I'm saying? Then I got doctors, lawyers, high-ranking military people, colonels, all them. Like, those are the type of people in my chat. Like chiropractors, doctors, people who have a lot of money. And then, or people like just some of the world's greatest hustlers are in my chat. Those are the people I attract. Asians, everybody, it don't matter. White people, black people. Because one thing I learned, money, because I used to think the same thing. What white man would buy this shit from me? Boy, you'll be surprised. But then I'm the same way. I buy some white man shit if it's talking about money. He can say a million things about Trump. He can have a Confederate flag on the back of it. But if that motherfucker can prove to me he can make me some money, I can care less.
So it's the only real separation is who you are as a person, I guess, like you were saying, I guess. Like the people that's already...
It don't, bro, listen, bro. If you got value, no one cares what you look like or what you stand for if you can help them make money.
No, I'm saying like in the trading, right? For somebody that's just getting, I'm trying to figure out what separates the nigga that's making $1,000 to the niggas that's only making $100. And I guess what the background of people that's already I don't know.
Mentality, how much he's able to risk and how much he's able to stomach. You get what I'm saying? Like his stomach, his risk tolerance. You get what I'm saying? Like the person who's making $1,000 a day is comfortable with losing $1,000 a day. The person who's making $100 a day is not comfortable taking $1,000 loss. So he sticks to his risk management. I'm gonna only invest $500. I'm gonna only invest $200, $300, because I only want $100, $200. You get what I'm saying? So they're going to invest in the $500, $700,000 range. The person who making 1,000 is leveraging maybe 5 to 3,000. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So always remember that if somebody's making gains, that's usually people only make about 20% of what 30% of what they leverage usually on average from what I see, like a 20 to 30. Let's just say 30%. So if you see me make, not really though, because if you see me make 3,000, yeah, I guess you can say that I leverage maybe 9,000 to make 3. Like today I made 3,000. I leverage a 9 to make it.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? If somebody made $200 in my chat, they probably leverage 600. You get what I'm saying?
That makes sense. So you got to be kind of okay with losing that 600 though.
But the thing is, you can pull out anytime. So let's just say but that's what a stop loss is for.
And I think you said that you could set it, right?
So yeah. Like let's just say you risk $600, right? And you have a stop loss of 20%, right? Or let's just say you risk $500. You have a stop loss of 20%. You're gonna pull out of that trade if you lose $100, but then you still got $400 to play with. Get back in another trade. That's why risk management is important. If you follow risk management, you'll be successful. The moment you deem away from risk management, I don't care what you know. I don't care what strategy you heard of. You got the best working strategy in the world. If you don't know how to put the proper amount of money in at the right time and know when to go big in something and when not to, you're going to lose. Okay. I know what to go big in and what not to go big in. That's the only difference between me and the other person.
When the last time you lost in this shit? This is all day trading, right?
No. Thursday, I lost 6 bands.
Wow, how that happen?
Shit, false breakouts. I play the same setups, but it's gonna come a time where setups don't work. But see, here's the thing about people like me. I go on streaks, so I can go on a 20-day winning streak, and then day 21, I don't want to be wrong, because I'm used to not being wrong. You get what I'm saying? And those, believe it or not, that's when you lose a lot of money, when you go on a winning streak. Because you're going to keep pouring in, you're going to keep putting in money like, nah, I ain't wrong. I've been doing this shit for, oh shit, I'm wrong. I'm in too deep. And I fail. It's risk management is what fails me.
But I guess you could it's still like risk versus reward. Now you have a little bit more to risk at this point. So losing 6 bands after you done made shit.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you that's how I lose.
Okay.
It's a high probability setup, meaning I'm going out of 100 times, I'm going to win 80%, 80 of those times. So let's just say I put in 10 bands and I take the same setup 100 times and I take profits at 20%, 2,000 every trade, right? I have made 2,000 80 times. But then there's that 20 that I lost playing the same setup. That's all it was. I played the same setup. That was the day it lost.
What about this? I'm just curious. If a nigga, let's say a businessman, right, make a lot of money, right? Could he pay 10 people, 10 people to take your class, right? And he put in, the $10,000 with that 10 people and multiply that? Or is it better for him to just take it and take that $100,000 himself if he can
He can do whatever he want to do with his money. If he want to do that, I wouldn't know.
What's smarter?
Do it himself. But
the $100K if he can afford to lose it?
I tell people, if you can't manage 10,000, you can't manage 100K. So I always tell people to start off small regardless. Because I want you to lose 10,000 before you lose 100. You get what I'm saying? always start small.
Okay.
We always compare our chapter 1 to someone's chapter 10. But what I learned is you can never get there. That's like, for instance, me starting a podcast. I just watch you tell him hey bro, what time it is. That's some shit I don't know. Why? Because I'm still on chapter 2. You on about chapter 8 of this shit, right? What chapter are you in?
There's a couple chapters.
You get what I mean? Like you've done enough of this.
Oh man,
You guys done enough of this.
I done learned
It's the
some
same
shit.
shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, you trying to step in my lane, and you trying to get to chapter 10. I've been doing this for 5 years.
Mm-hmm. I've been doing this for like 5 years. That's crazy.
No way I could come in this motherfucker and be as efficient as you.
Mm.
Do you really think I can start a podcast tomorrow and know every single thing you know?
Damn, that's a great segue. You might be good at this shit, bro. Because if I teach you, you might not know everything I know, but you skip so many steps. Like if I can give you the game.
Yeah, you can give me the game where I can get a shortcut, but it's still gonna be a learning curve.
For the niggas that say it doesn't work, or because I feel like this is like a breakthrough moment for me. Like being in Atlanta is so special because I'm seeing everybody saying like selling ebooks and selling their service and selling consultations and shit. You know, because I'm fresh out the boat, I still got that nigga mentality. Like, man, these niggas is finessing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody sells something, right? So and I think I heard David Shands talk about this. He was like, man, it was somebody who was like teaching something and everybody was like he was a scammer until you heard him speak in person. He was like, nah, this nigga know his shit. What about like that scammer word? Do you hear that shit go around when like trying to like sell people an ebook or something like that because it don't work for them?
Not me.
You don't hear that shit go
I ain't
around?
heard it on my end, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I knew how to avoid being called that.
How do you avoid that?
By actually doing the right fucking thing.
What is that?
That means actually I live trade.
Mm-hmm.
How can you call somebody a scam if you can literally come on my Zoom and watch me do it? That's why you won't see nobody calling me a scam. Because I literally show you the money I make and the losses I make.
So is the game to be is it really to be told or sold?
So
really, is it really to be sold?
But you got to give people something. And what I learned is, even if you don't know it, it's Chinese to you. So I can say a whole bunch of yabba, 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 yabba about the stock market. It's Chinese to you because you don't even know it.
Okay.
So now you're intrigued to know what the hell I'm talking about.
Because now I'm fucking, y'all got y'all little piece. I'm talking about me now. So like this ebook thing, right? Because everybody like, you can write an ebook, show people what to do, make money.
Right.
But I'm like, I can't really give you gibberish. It's like I'm gonna give you the game to tell you how to do this shit, and then I'm gonna lose money on trying to sell my ebook, or like what you mean gibberish? How do you know what to say, what not to say when you're trying to do this ebook shit? Because you got an ebook.
Yeah.
Like how do you know how much to give compared to what to hold back on?
So the thing is, if you want to keep something from somebody, put it in a book.
Mm-hmm.
So the chances of a nigga reading your whole book in the first place is slim. So you might as well give him everything, because the nigga ain't gonna read it in the first place.
Okay.
Just keeping it 1,000.
And the niggas that do
and
read
the people who do read it aren't trying
value.
to copy you in the first place. They want to learn from you. So we're worried about people copying us. You hate a nigga, right? Are you buying his shit?
Nah, if I hate a nigga.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if you don't like this person, so your haters aren't going to buy your shit anyway. You get what I mean? So you shouldn't. And then on top of that, you're on chapter 10. They're on chapter 1. So like you said, you can give me everything about how to do a podcast. I still got to start.
That's fact. Yeah, that's honestly the hardest part though.
I still got to start, and then I still got to be consistent, and I got to not give up. So you get what I'm saying?
That's
like
some real shit. This is some real shit.
You get what I'm saying? So there's no reason you should hide the game from them in the first place, because 10% of them are going to apply it. So I've sold over 200K copies of my ebook. Shouldn't I have 200K customers?
I would hope so.
I don't. I have 20K. You get what I mean? So it's like.
So do you put marketing, like do you put like ads on your ebook, like when you're trying to sell it? How do you get 200,000?
So yours would be like this. You would post a mini commercial in the middle of this episode. Make sure y'all buy my ebook on how to buy the podcast in like a little split. You get what I'm saying? That's how you're gonna market yours. Yours would be call to actions, which means, you know what that is?
Yeah, like you tell somebody to do something, to do it.
Yeah, so you put it, link in my bio if you want to learn. So even on your viral content, post a paragraph, a meaningful. So you'll see me do this all the time because you don't want to seem sales pitchy. So I disguise it. Let's just say I got a viral moment here. I know that I could potentially get 50K to 100K views on here. So you got to think about the odds of that. You got to look at your odds on, you say, okay, I'm getting 20K views. How many of those people can I convert? Believe it or not, you're always guaranteed one sale of every time you do something. So if you post every day, you better know you're getting one sale. If you put link in my bio to buy this, someone is going to buy. Especially if it's cheap. If it's $20, $24, that's if you sell a book for 20, shit gonna sell like hotcakes, no matter who you are, no matter what you talking about. That's a dub. People don't feel like they're losing that. Even your hater gonna buy that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It was niggas who hated on me who bought that book because it was a dub. So he like win, lose, or draw, whether I hate him, like him or not, it's a dub.
And that's how you really start to. I'm just learning, like, it's crazy because, like I said, it's a breakthrough for me. I'm starting to learn, like, that's how you really make money. So, like, you have the shit you do to make you money. But
you gotta think $20 is still slow. Even though I was making no less than $100 a day off my ebook, that's the least amount I'm gonna sell, about a 5. I can't live off that.
Right. But when you have a book, it's really what you doing that's making you money, making more money. Because I'm
passive income.
Yeah.
You need, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is another, think about it, if I'm making $100 a day, that's 365 days in a year. That's $36,000 that I'm making. You know what I'm saying? A year off ebooks, it's just $100 a day. 5 copies for 20. And then let's just say you run, so think about it. When you running your ads, you got to say, how much am I trying to generate a day? So this is how you really run your ad. Let's just say you start an ebook. I mean, you write an ebook and you say, okay, I'm going to spend $20 a day on ads. So you're risking one ebook to potentially sell 5. You get what I'm saying? And then you're going to say, okay, I'm going to risk 2 ebooks. So I'm going to spend $40 a day. So that's how you really run your ads. You got to say, how much products am I, so for me, let's say my course is $550. That means I'm going to risk one course a day to potentially, you know what I'm saying, sell 5. That's how I look at ads. Risking the product to make that. So when I ran my ebook, I was spending $40 a day. Risking 2 to make, you know what I'm saying, to get what, 6, 10? It was really 10, but I was risking 2 to sell 10 a day. You get what I'm saying? So that's how you got to look at it.
At the end of the day, you got to put this money up to make money. You got to spend
Thank
money.
you. That's what I'm trying to tell people. I call myself Aristotle Investment because I've always invested. I don't just invest in ads. I invest in myself. I take trips. Trips are a mental investment. Trips are a spiritual investment. Trips are regrouping. Everything is an investment. You got to look at everything as an investment. From your point, even the girl you're with, she's an investment. Is she a long-term stock or is she a short-term stock? You get what I'm saying? Like, everything you do has to be looked at as an investment, and it'll change your life.
And shit, like you even said, like
the food you eat, investment.
Nah, facts. Even the clothes you wear, like a lot of niggas, you trying to throw in that designer shit. If you gonna do it, I mean, it might as well be an investment. Shit, you better be
designer
in the right
only works. For one, to me, it won't work at all no more. It's a waste of money for me because I'm a deca millionaire. I'm up 10 M's. So it doesn't matter what I wear. You know what I'm saying? But like before, I would say this. It's good to make your audience see that you paid some shit like that, because people will only buy from you if they want to be like you. I'm telling you right now, bro, if I pull up in this Ferrari and there's a nigga who pull up in a Honda, Who the hell you listening to?
Yeah, I'm definitely listening to the nigga in the Ferrari. You talk about that on Finesse shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm
sure.
trying to say. So it's like, and I can be the first to tell you that's who I'm listening to.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening. I don't care what this Honda dude's saying. He can say whatever he talking about. He can say, I'm doing this because I want to save my money. Yeah. But what this nigga talking about?
Facts.
With the Ferrari.
So how do you make that decision to when to stop, right? Because I got a homie who getting bread right now, right? But this nigga's, he's what is it? Frugal as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But he probably could make more money if he, I don't know, bought some designer
It ain't
shit.
for everybody. No, he don't need designer. He don't need designer. He needs a nice watch. So you can't be going G-Shock. That's just the name of the game. I know that's going to sound, can't do that. That's a no-no in the business world. Anything under a Rolex is a no-no.
Nigga said under a Rolex.
Under a Rolex.
The motherfucking top 10.
Anything under a Rolex is a no-no. You will not be taken serious. And that might be the one thing I say go designer on, is your watch. Regardless of anything, whether that Rolex is $5,000, $7K, the cheapest Rolex you can find, at least it's a Rolex. Don't pull up on no nigga with no tag Heuer talking about some, hey, what's up, dog? You know what I'm saying? That might be the one thing where I would say you going to have to suck it up and go designer on. Watches.
And that's with like any type. If you
Am I right or wrong, Court? All right.
Nah, I'm curious because like this. Why would you say that? why would you say that? What is that from your experience? What is niggas? How does that conversation they say that? Because they say
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
How was that conversation?
Let me tell you why. Me and you on vacation. We at the same resort. We looking to make connections. You don't know nothing. You don't know me from a can of paint. I don't know you from a can of paint. How can I identify you, that you are even worth me talking to you without seeing nothing, hearing your voice, nothing?
Of course, what I got on.
And what if you don't got on nothing?
That watch.
Thank you.
For sure.
The watch is how and that's also how white men connect too, believe it or not. Rolexes. You go to a bar. Have you ever went to a bar with a Rolex on and somebody approached you and talked about your Rolex? You have. I have. You have?
Nah, nigga, I haven't.
It's gonna happen.
Not yet. Don't ask me no fucking question.
It's gonna happen. Hey, but it's the honest truth, bro.
Okay.
So I'm giving you real game.
So what about fake shit? How can somebody Cause I was just talking about this. Like I wouldn't be able to fake a nigga.
You gonna go out sad though. Like
I wouldn't be able to spot a nigga with a fake Rolex. But if the game is really I
don't know how to tell either. But I know because I bought my Rolex directly in the Lenox Mall Rolex store. I know mine's real. And this is before the pandemic hit. Before they went sold out.
Selling that shit no more. Like you can't.
You can't even
buy
go there
that
and
shit
get
right
one.
now.
So I know my Rolex is real.
Right.
But
I'm saying for the average nigga, right? Because we talking about this is just for game, right? We trying to build connections.
Should
and shit
he
like
fake
that.
it till he make it? Is what you asking me? See, if they expose him, then that's his reputation. You get what I'm
some
saying?
niggas probably do know how to.
So it's like a nigga that ain't never been on my name. Aristotle got the fake Rolex. Aristotle got fake diamonds. Aristotle hasn't made anybody money. As long as you keep it real across the board, you gonna be straight. My mom always told me, you remember people forget the lie, but they remember the truth. So because I keep it real, I can just talk fluidly. But when you gotta lie all the time, you gotta be like,
I keep making up lies and shit.
I tell these niggas this. I told them that. You know what I'm saying? And then soon somebody gon' one day, because people are like that, they gonna say, hold on, this didn't match. You know what I mean?
I think honestly what you're saying is really like, because they say even as men, we only got two things in this world. That's our name and our word, right? And having a real Rolex is just help your name stay clean, honestly. You always want your name to be clean. You don't want no stain on your name. And that's and having a real Rolex, it ain't about trying to flex on somebody. It's really just having your name remain clean.
Because your name gonna get stained. You don't, when somebody do find out you got on that shit fake. That's so I ain't gonna lie to a young dude and tell him the wrong thing.
Right.
I'll be telling him something wrong and saying, go fake it till you make it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't wear it. Look, if the diamonds ain't real, don't flex it. If the gold ain't real, don't have on chains. Just don't wear nothing until you got it.
Yo,
Don't wear the fake shit.
keep giving niggas game, right? You made a song, but like you was talking about
How to run it up.
not that. I seen that one, but I think this might have been the older one. You were talking about how to budget.
Yeah, that was it. How to run
Oh, that's
it up.
how to run it up.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the ways to budget again? What are we? What are we looking to?
5-30-20 rule.
Can you explain? Break that down?
50% go to needs. 30 going to the blessings. Last 20 go invested.
What's blessings?
So needs are blessings would be like.
Well, I
the
mean, let's
things
go down.
you
Let's go
want.
down. Needs, blessings. Let's go all the way down. Fuck it.
So needs are like your bills.
Mm-hmm.
So if you make $50K a year, 25% of that gotta go to bills.
And we only thinking yearly. We're not thinking like monthly when you say this.
Yearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you budgeting even monthly, like 50% go to needs, 30 going to you having fun. If
Really?
you want to.
30% going to having fun. I'm not mad at that. I'm just curious. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you gotta live life.
And then 20% into investments.
Yeah.
That sounds way easier than like. That was it. That's just it. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
But except I did mine's the opposite. 50% went to goddamn investing. You get what I'm saying? I told you that. Like 50% of my income went to living. The other 50% went to investing. So that's how I personally believe you're going to run it up the fastest. If you can 50-50 your investing and living expenses, you're going to run it up so fast.
So Aristotle, right? $750. I come in 2,500. If I'm consistent, matter of fact, you said it's only 250 days to day trade, right? How many days in a month is it? I mean, how many days in a month?
20.
20. All right, cool. Because not the weekends, I'm assuming.
Right.
All right, bet. So Aristotle.
And holidays too.
Okay, bet. I pay you $750. I come in with $2,500. If I'm consistent for 30 days straight or 20 days straight,
You gonna make some goddamn money.
how much could I make?
Shit. Especially if you watching. If you take the full course and you watch me live trade every day and I'm going crazy, because you gotta think, I got 90% win rate. So that means like you're going to catch me a lot of days going crazy. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that could be like a 5. You could probably double that shit.
So,
But like I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just say, let's just say 2,000.
all right, 2 bands.
Yeah.
Okay, that could pay somebody rent. And you could make that the next month too if you put that up. If you be smart with. All right, so I usually where be at, Karen? All right, so I usually ask people, I'm a person, like, I ask questions, right? I don't never leave nothing on the table. I ain't scared to ask for no favors, right? I usually ask my guests to do a collab post. But I'm going to be unselfish this time, and I ain't going to ask nothing for me. Matter of fact,
We could do the collab.
I appreciate that. How many, like, I be seeing you on all these big-time interviews. Are you paying for these interviews as far as marketing, or they just inviting you on?
They invite you. Once you get to a certain, like certain standpoint, you just get invited to it. Type
Okay.
shit.
Shit, I was hoping you say you paid for something for marketing or whatever, but fuck it. All right. I want to ask you a favor.
Right.
How could you? Because I want to bless somebody. If you could give them a code or something, or like have, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, like, what's something that ain't gonna hurt you? I ain't gonna say 5, maybe 1 or 2 people.
I can give it to your whole damn audience. I get them a discount code.
But what about when I don't want to get nobody a discount? Let's bless somebody. It's the holiday season. Let's bless one person. With, I don't know.
Let's bless 5.
5? Let's bless 5 people. But I mean, bless them like, I don't know, like
what they want.
Access to your program, to be able to see you day trade, the whole, that's the $750 package.
Oh, that's gonna have to be one person.
Let's bless one person.
Let's
I'm
get
with
it.
it.
Goddamn.
I'm with it. That's why I didn't want to ask. I'll let you do it. Let's bless one person with the package for free.
We can do that.
So what would they have to do?
Whatever you want them to do. Say, see, that can be your call to action. You could say, hey, because you always want people to give you something that you could potentially monetize off you getting something free. So you're going to get them something free. You're going to say, I want everybody to tag 3 people under this post. And then I'm going to pick somebody out of this.
I'm such a sucker because I don't want nothing, man. I just want somebody to win.
But see,
I
that's
want one
the thing.
person to win.
That's the thing. Soon, people are going to suck from you, and then you never gonna get yours. But see, the thing is, we're taught to be that way because we have survivor's guilt. You get what I'm saying? But the white man is relentless. You get what I'm saying? And let me explain that. The white man ain't saying that, so why are you? He ain't waking up today saying, shit, I don't need to make no more money, man. Let me just telling you, them motherfuckers relentless every single day.
Yo,
let me go get it.
Since we having this conversation, we're going to get a call to action to you motherfuckers because there's going to be one person that's a $750. Is that the same with integrity, though? Because, for example, I did an interview with somebody. They didn't want to talk about, we talked about some shit, and I could have definitely, like, sent it to, like, the shade room because it was crazy. It was some dope shit. It was some shit that I probably would have went viral with. And I'm like, nah, it seemed like they was uncomfortable, and I want to keep my integrity. I don't want to do that. But I was thinking, like, man, these big companies wouldn't give a fuck. They would have been sending that shit to everybody. Is that the same way?
Yeah, you got to start doing that, bro. Like, it's like, if you're in that business, you got to tell yourself, like, how can I capitalize off this? Like, see, it has to be about the money at some point. You got to get to the money at some point. You got to say, how can I leverage and monetize my platform? Like, you should have entrepreneurs paying for ad slots. So now
I do that right now. I do that.
See, you get what I'm saying? So now that's what, let's just say you charge $500 for every ad slot, and you got 3 spaces on every episode. That's $1,500 an episode without you even have to worry about what YouTube pay you.
No, for sure.
You got to figure out. You get what I'm saying? So you got to figure out, how can I monetize this platform the best I can? You get what I'm saying? And you got to be unapologetic about it first, because worried about what a motherfucker gonna say is where you go wrong. You worried about, okay, somebody gonna say, I'm a man who wants. Everybody wants everybody to play Robin Hood, but it's not because they want you stuck at the same level as them. You get what I'm saying? So they gonna put you in that mode. Do it all for free. Be our Robin Hood. Be this, be that. And then next thing you know, you don't get paid. You broke. You ain't got nothing. And then now you worried about, God damn, Gillian Wallow just got 100 goddamn mil. Maybe I should go goddamn do that shit. You feel me? Like it's gonna get to a point. But I feel
like they was, like, as far as the question I asked, I think it was great for podcasts. That was dope because they were one of, like, the real niggas that gave the real niggas motivation, because they ain't really do no sucker shit. They ain't sell out. They wasn't on here doing no goofy shit. And so it showed me, that's sort of answered my question. It was like about the integrity piece. We got living proof that you don't have to be out here doing goofy shit to make 100 million. That's why I asked about the integrity piece. Like, where do you draw the line between business and integrity, for real?
I always stand for integrity, but at the end of the day, if you're comparing this shit to entertainers, they give 0 fucks about integrity. And you know
Facts.
that. You know that half of this shit is publicity stunts.
A lot of that shit, like 70%.
70%. I would say damn near 90% of this shit is publicity stunt.
Yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like with the Blueface and the Christian Rock, like pure publicity stunts, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, once you realize that, you got to ask yourself, because even I deal with that too. I'm like, to what certain extent? So you got to be comfortable knowing that certain shit, you just not gonna do sucker shit. And I get that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't want to compromise my integrity to get to the bag. I know I could clout chase, come on this motherfucker, and that's, some people do that. Some people like, look, I want the bag. I'm gonna bring a whole bunch of motherfucking hoes on this podcast, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be like that, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It all depends on what you want out of this shit.
Nah, I feel that.
And how bad you want it, and then and the formula in which you're willing to attack it.
All right, this is a great conversation, man. We're gonna do this. Never had to do this shit before, so I need y'all to post this shit on your story. Tag both of us. Aristotle, was it _investments?
Yeah.
Aristotle _investments, Mr. _J Hill. And I'm going to pick one person to win this Aristotle class. How do I say it? It's an Aristotle class. It's worth $750.
Well, it's actually worth $550.
Oh, it's worth $550. Oh, yeah, it's worth $550. It's worth $550. He's going to teach you the thing from scratch. He's going to teach you day trading from scratch. He's gonna invite you to his Zoom while he's doing it live, so you can make money, right?
Yep.
All I ask you to do is bring $2,500 so you can at least make 2 bands in that month and be consistent. 20 days, bro. 20 days, man. I'm trying to make somebody some money. So all you gotta do is repost any part of this interview on your story, Aristotle_investments, Mr. J Hill. Tag us. I'm gonna choose one person to win this class that Aristotle is providing that's worth $550. One person. That's all you gotta do. It's simple. I appreciate it, man. This is a great conversation. I learned a lot. I think my audience will be able to learn a lot, and then we can really provide some real, get help for somebody. Somebody can win this and they can make some bread. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
I appreciate you, my dog. Is there anything else that we didn't hit on that you promoting or anything?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really do too much promoting because, I'm good on my end, so I don't really. But if I had to promote, I'll say I got some big things coming out. I can't really speak on it. I'm the type of person who like to do it first. I don't really like to say, oh, this coming next, because I'm so influential, bro, to the point where people know I get so much game to where, like, they just, like, bro, I can literally say, this is it, and people gonna start doing that shit. Like, it's to that point.
Yo, with the day trade shit, do you think you gotta, like, if you got a day job, you gotta quit your job? Because it's from 9 to 11:30.
I tell people, take the shift after that. If you can take a shift from like 12, then you could trade. But if not, you're gonna have to swing trade, which is whole stocks overnight. But I don't want to take too much time. I know we.
I mean, shit, what's that? That's like you can make money from that shit?
What, swing trading?
Yeah, there's a lot of money in that shit.
I mean, day trading is the most money. Swing trading is holding stocks overnight. So you gotta pretty much depend and hope and pray the news is on your side. It's damn near like rolling dice.
What about the regular stock shit? They say it's funny because I was watching the interviews, and the first thing I thought about was Adidas and Balenciaga, and I'm like, damn, do I invest into that now? Because like I feel like that shit is down by a lot.
I personally, I would never invest into a company. I mean, you're right though. Investing into Adidas after they lost Kanye, and if they go to the bottom, would probably be smart.
Especially with the Balenciaga shit. I forgot what some crazy shit is going on.
But the thing is, if the culture say that ain't it, then what? Like, if black people collectively just say this shit ain't it.
But I feel
like we did FUBU, like we did goddamn K-Swiss.
Did we really do FUBU and K? Like, I feel like that shit was never really.
Did FUBU
that
like
shit
that.
was.
And we did Fila the same way, and we did Champs the same way at one point.
Okay.
And we did True Religion like that.
I feel like that shit just got old. They wasn't innovative with that shit for real.
True, but if we culturally say this is what we rocking.
But let's be real. Are we going to do that though? I'm saying, I'm trying to be real. You said about the money.
Nah, niggas ain't doing that.
That's what I'm saying. So
niggas ain't coming together, but we do in a weird way. We do. Like, we will say, we like this now, and everybody goes wear this. So if everybody say we on Yeezys, I'm telling you, black people are so powerful that whatever the fuck we rock with, the world rock with.
No, facts.
Like we say we wearing Yeezys, the world rocking Yeezys. If we say we ain't wearing that shit no more, the world not gonna wear it no more. That's how powerful.
We both got on the shit.
So it's like, yeah, like, so it's like, but I ain't buying no more shits. Like, it's just like, it is what it is. I haven't bought a pair of shoes and maybe, actually, I be buying shoes vacation, but they be cheap shits. Like, I ain't really buying no designer shoes in a minute.
So how is the stock market right? Is it a good time to buy some shit? Like, I guess, is it like they say buy when it's down? Tesla.
Tesla is a good buy right now, but yeah, it's not the worst time to buy. No.
Give me top 10 buys right now.
Apple, Google, Tesla. AMD.
The Kroger shit still or no?
Kroger.
Dollar General still?
Dollar General, did you know Dollar General got more stores than Walmart?
I mean, again, bro, you asking me because I did my research. Like, so you can't ask me that. Like, that's why I brought it up.
Damn, you relentless with this shit. That's dope though, bro. Like I'm teaching people so much shit that I don't even be realizing. You know what it be, bro? I really be thinking people don't be watching me. I post as if you're not watching.
I mean, but people. First of all the videos I watched had like 50,000, 70,000. They had a lot of views, so like people are definitely watching. But I'm saying for me, it don't count because I asked the interview, so I'm gonna know what the fuck I'm talking to you about. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you said Dollar General is the most because it's more towns than cities, right? So he's like, it's one Dollar General in every town, and you only start seeing like Walmarts and shit.
Believe it or not, bro, this is motivating to me because like.
But that's what I'm trying to ask you. I'm trying to get game for the niggas that watch me.
I'm just motivated because it's like niggas actually listening to this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas really real
but
like
that's
listening.
what I'm trying to get real game. Like, I'm trying to get something that could change a nigga life. You feel me? Like, some shit that would change a nigga life. Like, that.
Like, you know, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't like to believe this shit that powerful. Like, people will come up to me and be like, bro, you're powerful. And I'm like, this shit is social media. What the fuck you mean I'm powerful?
You tripping. Oh, I was going to ask you that, right? Because I was going to ask you, would you choose fame or money? I feel like you would say money for sure.
Money, dog. Like, fuck that fame shit.
But I feel like you've showed me that you can make so much money if you famous, though. You can make a lot of money if you're famous.
For sure. Like, okay, here's my perspective on this. Microsoft is a famous product. Apple is a famous product. EA is a famous company. Call of Duty is a famous product. Mm-hmm. So you tell me a product that's not famous. So it's either your product famous or you famous.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So now if your product famous, that's the best case scenario. But social media made it to where you can make you famous and sell a product. You get what I'm saying? So I use that method. But hindsight, I don't got no regrets. Because I always know that how powerful social media is. I could literally stop posting for a year and I'll be a nobody. So I could always pull back from this. Andre 3000 is damn near a nobody, but he's somebody. You get what I'm saying? This is a man who's still a millionaire, who's somebody, but he said, fuck the world. And the world will forget about you and move on.
So basically make a social media for a product.
But you gotta think who gonna buy it if a face ain't associated to it.
I mean, ads make it famous.
You can if it's a great product. So if it's hardware, like hardware meaning this will sell because this is something. Skincare, this brush will sell because it's something. But if I'm selling software, courses, I need to see somebody talking about this shit. Because I'm selling software, they need to see who's the face behind this. I need to see some type of human interaction. I give two fucks about these words.
How you feel about dropshipping? Talk about products, just curious.
I don't know if it works or not, but if you had to ask me my opinion and I had to give a general opinion about it, I would say overly saturated and you're possibly going to just pretty much be buying people's courses. You get what I'm saying? Like oversaturated. It's not worth it for me. I wouldn't try to get rich off of it. Me personally.
Okay. But it could be a streaming income, or I mean, you wouldn't even work. It's worth it. It's not.
If it works, it works. But I haven't seen a nigga turned off of it yet.
Right.
So because I don't, and I know a lot of niggas who got money. If I don't know one person with it, I can tell you it's a scam.
All right, bet. Give that to the top 10 stocks. It was Google, Tesla,
Apple.
You said what?
AMD, Nvidia.
AMD.
Nvidia. Disney. Shit. Let's see. Pretty much. I want to say Meta, but Mark Zuckerberg pissed me off with that last investment. Investing in metaverse wasn't my favorite thing he did. They say it's burning a lot of his capital. And then the fact that his ad revenue went down because he has competitors with Google and TikTok ads now. They're eating up his shares because that's on him. He decided to fuck up the algorithm thinking he had a monopoly and thinking people would. That's why he doesn't like TikTok because he knew that they were going to eventually cut into his ad revenue. If it wasn't for TikTok, Meta would be so fucking powerful, bro.
So now Meta, what else? I'm making you work for this. They gonna get these
I don't-
niggas
I
gonna
don't-
get this game today.
The thing is, like, I would have to actually. I don't got my phone on me. Like, I'm having like. I'll have to.
All right, 7 is cool. Fuck it. All right, top since we at 7. Top 7 hustles that a nigga. We trying to get this capital, right? We trying to get this risk. We trying to get this money, right? We trying to get this $2,500.
Second stream of income.
Yeah, second stream money can be top 7 things that somebody can do right now.
Right.
No excuses, nigga. Broke, they can start it right now.
Right.
Top 7. What would you say?
Barbering, trucking.
Trucking? How? You gotta get your CDL.
Get your CDL.
All right, okay.
Get your ass in the truck. Go drive.
All right, so barbering.
Barbering. Shit. Lawn care.
Okay. Cut niggas' lawns. You got. It's getting cold, but you can do it in the summer.
Right. I would say, this is a good one. Video editing. Video editing.
That's a great one.
Like I don't even know why niggas don't look
That's
over
a
this.
great
Video.
one.
If you learn how to video edit, all you gotta do is literally hit up an entrepreneur and say, I will edit your videos.
Facts.
For this set amount. I don't know why these dudes do not want to lock in with one entrepreneur. What they rather do is fight for that little $3K a month when this entrepreneur can go get you $4 or $5K a month for editing their videos.
Okay, editing videos. What else?
Photography.
Photography. What else?
That's a great one. What else I would do if I was broke? I would definitely go on photography, video editing, barbering, lawn care, and then I wouldn't say YouTubing, but if you can do that, that would be dope. If you can find a niche on YouTube that you can post every day and get great engagement, that would be a 6 for sure.
Creating content.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
Sneakeries. That was for back in the time of just anybody hopping into that game.
I would say I'll give you one, I guess, maybe, and you can tell me what you think. Buy a press machine, make shirts. Press machine probably like $700, $800 if that. Buy a little press machine. You tell the entrepreneurs, yo, I can make you some merch.
I ain't gonna lie, selling T-shirts a go.
Yeah.
I was gonna think about that too.
All right, I got $10,000 in my bank account right now. I just came up. What's top 5 things to invest in? And how much should I invest? What should I not invest?
You gotta start narrowing these numbers down. You'll say 10, 5, 7.
So top 5's at top 5.
You gotta be like, bro, it's your top 3, top 2. You making a nigga
I'm trying to help niggas get this money. You feel me?
Yeah, I say 10,000.
10 bands. Do I put the whole 10 in, or I just put the 2 bands in, like you said?
I ain't gonna lie. If I got 10,000, I'm probably gonna try to flip. I'm probably gonna try to make an extra 5 on some trading shit, but that's just me.
Okay.
But if I was somebody who didn't know nothing about trading, I'm probably gonna buy me some T-shirts and flip them real quick.
T-shirts.
Probably start me a clothing brand. Probably picking up me some clippers.
Still go back to the.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I can only tell you what I can do. It's like that's what I would do to climb out the mud.
Okay, because you did it. You seen that it worked.
Exactly.
That makes sense. So if I got 10 bands, I put the $2,000 into the.
I would go business first. I wouldn't go stock market. I gotta go get some cash flow. Remember, I keep telling you that it starts with the cash flow.
Okay.
So if you got 10 bands, you're broke, because if you don't got, if that 10 bands came from you saving 2 bands a month, you're not broke. But if this 10 bands just came from a college refund, something where you did not work for, you are absolutely broke. If you got 100 bands for free, you're broke. Want me to tell you why? Because you don't know how to flip it. You lack financial literacy. I don't care how much money you got. You got $50K laying around. You're a few fuck ups away, a few emergencies away. You get what I'm saying? Like, you never know what the fuck can happen. Like can hit you fast.
All right. Listen, man, I'm gonna let you go, bro. This is good. Hopefully niggas learn something. There's a lot of game in this motherfucker. This is one of my most informative interviews. I don't really do the informative interviews. We be like talking like a bunch of like just I don't know how to explain it. We be talking some deep shit. Niggas be crying and shit. But I appreciate you, my dog, for real. Hopefully niggas learn from this. Aristotle Investments, Mr. J Hill Podcast. Make sure you tap in all the way through. If you listen to this part, then you already tapped in all the way through, man. Make
all
sure
these niggas do is cry these days.
He said all these niggas do is cry these days.
Swear to God, bro.
Cause niggas tapped into that emotional side, nigga. You gotta get into how you feeling and shit. Like
grown ass men, we gotta goddamn prevail.
Hey, you be surprised. That's why I think I feel a void, because there's a lot of niggas like yourself who don't think that's important. You gotta be tapped into how you feel.
It come from conditioning from our parents telling us not to cry.
Yeah, but I understand that when you talk to a nigga like yourself and niggas understand it, like, damn, that's some real shit, bro. So don't be telling niggas not to cry on this motherfucker. He be crying. He probably be crying in a fucking house.
It'd be that nigga, dog.
He probably smoke. He thinking about some shit like, whatever. Aristotle, Mr. J Hill, Aristotle _ investments, Mr. _ J Hill. It's a wrap. We out. Appreciate you, dog.